Hey everybody, today let's dive into this scene from the Phantom Menace, where Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan enter the Trade Federation battleship. Right away we're shown our first glimpse of some droid antagonists, the B-1 battle droids and droid starfighters. The regular battle droids look okay, maybe even a little bit silly as the skinny humanoid robots they are, but that's what the large menacing starfighters are for, with their glowing red eyes and ominous pincer-like legs. The human shape of the battle droids also prompts us to assume that they are human-sized, making the starfighters seem very large and intimidating. All of the droids immediately turn to look at the ship as it lands, demonstrating to the audience that the droids are not only threatening, but also aware of their surroundings, and particularly our heroes. The tension of this probable threat further increases as we see the droids approaching our hero's ship. Despite the intimidation and the large size of the droids, particularly the droid starfighters, we see that our hero's ship is much larger. This makes us have a small sense that the heroes are safe, given their larger ship. Of course, that sense of security leaves once our heroes exit the ship, and especially once the ship is destroyed, taking away the one last bit of safety and thrusting our heroes into danger. Thus, when the heroes are greeted by a protocol droid, saying,
"I'm TC-14 at your service. This way, please."
We get another example of the polite veneer held up by Gunray upon their approach. This serves to build a great deal of suspense, necessary for audience engagement in the film. The outward actions and words of the Trade Federation seem benign and polite, but the environment, especially the opening crawl's word choice and numerous visual cues, tell us to be wary and watch out for danger. Notice that the shot of Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan being invited into the ship ends with the camera lingering on a heavily armored door locking behind them. Our mysterious heroes are trapped in a polite situation that could break out into sudden danger at any minute. The audience must be vigilant to watch for any dangers. Fearing for the Jedi in this way also increases our attachment to them before even seeing their faces or knowing their names.
We are greatly honored by your visit, ambassadors. Make yourselves comfortable. My master will be with you shortly.
Here we have more of the usual politeness, attempting to put the Jedi at ease, but it is undermined by another heavily armored door closing behind them, as Obi-Wan says,
"I have a bad feeling about this."
which is immediately rejected by Qui-Gon's.
"I don't sense anything."
This brief exchange is used to increase the tension and uncertainty even further. The situation itself seems fine, but we have been receiving constant subconscious cues to watch for danger. And now our two heroes disagree as well, again sending a message of calm, against our instincts that something is wrong, this time from Qui-Gon Jinn, known to us from earlier as the leader of the pair. Obi-Wan, confirming our skepticism, further cements the ominous undertones, establishes some conflict between these main characters, and makes us empathize with Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan senses a hidden danger, much like we do as the audience, so that when it's dismissed by Qui-Gon, we feel what Obi-Wan feels. This is a good method for bringing us closer to Obi-Wan as a character, which is of course essential for the overall saga.
It's not about the mission, Master. It's something elsewhere. Elusive.
Obi-Wan gives us our first post-crawl reference to the Phantom Menace, warning the audience to watch for the bigger picture of how this story leads into the rest of the saga. But Qui-Gon comes in with admittedly wise advice, confusing the matter further.
Don't center on your anxieties, Obi-Wan. Keep your concentration here and now where it belongs.
But Master Yoda said I should be mindful of the future.
But not at the expense of the moment. Be mindful of the living force, young Padawan.
Yes, Master.
This short exchange introduces quite a bit of world building. This is our introduction to Obi-Wan, Yoda, Jedi Masters, the Force, and Jedi Padawans all at once. For people who watch the movies in release order, these appear as references to the original trilogy connecting the stories. For people who watch the movies in chronological order, these are hints at the larger world. This gives the sense of scale that is necessary for any Star Wars movie, dropping hints of the expansive unknown universe beyond this story, and the deep cultures of the galaxy for us to learn about going forward. It brings the worlds of Star Wars to life. It also establishes the relationship between Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn, as we learn that Qui-Gon is Obi-Wan's master, but Yoda has an equal or even higher status to Qui-Gon. Showing Obi-Wan as the student also helps the audience relate to him further, as the stand-in asking questions for the audience. While we may not fully understand all the references, we feel intrigued and connected. These brief references are also more impactful upon future viewings, piecing together the conversation's details after the wider story and the universe is understood through the rest of the films. Obi-Wan then continues as our stand-in character, asking Qui-Gon for guidance.
How do you think this trade viceroy will deal with the Chancellor's demands?
It's interesting to note the word choice here. Newt Gunray's official title is Trade Viceroy, but a viceroy is defined as a ruler exercising authority in a colony on behalf of a sovereign. The implication is that Newt Gunray is the ruler of various colonies, or possibly companies, in the Federation for the purpose of trade on behalf of a ruling sovereign. This ruling sovereign is most easily extrapolated to be the ruler of Newt Gunray's home planet, given that every worker in his trade federation is of the same alien species. However, this title choice conveys the idea that Newt Gunray himself is powerful, but not in charge, with the underlying implication being that the quote-unquote ruling sovereign he acts on behalf of is Darth Sidious, the Phantom Menace.
These Federation types are cowards. The negotiations will be short.
Despite being known in-universe and out as one of the most clear-minded and independent Jedi overall, Qui-Gon reveals the greatest Jedi flaw in the prequels: arrogance. Even Qui-Gon, the independent free thinker of the Jedi Order, falls into this trap, demonstrating here just how widespread it is. He assumes that the Trade Federation is made up of only cowards, that they don't have backing from any larger threat, and that they will immediately give in once some pressure is applied. Throughout the prequel films, the Jedi face the dangers of their own overconfidence and inability to consider the unexpected. Ironically, as Qui-Gon professes to Obi-Wan about focusing on the present and keeping his mind open, Qui-Gon demonstrates its own failure to keep an open mind, judging the situation too quickly, and not taking it as seriously as he should. The hypocrisy of the Jedi Order is another reoccurring theme throughout the prequels, subtly set up here at the beginning of the first film, and leading along a downward spiral with devastating consequences for the galaxy. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this deep dive interesting. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and leave a comment below with your thoughts on today's topic. And as always, think critically, be creative, and have a great day.